Alongside the inevitable various sized iPhone 6s, new iPads and the iWatch this autumn, there's also the software that's going to run them all, iOS 8. Previewed earlier by Apple at this year's Worldwide Developers Conference, but we've got our hands on a beta version of the software, so here are some of our highlights. When you first boot up iOS 8, the first thing that hits you is the fact that it's pretty much identical to iOS 7. While Yosemite, the latest version of Mac Desktop OS, gets a classy new translucent toolbar and revamped icons, iOS 8 gets pretty much nothing on the looks front. That's a stark contrast to the jump from iOS 6 to iOS 7, which was a massive leap design-wise. But when you start using it, you soon notice the differences. For starters, iOS 8 features a new QuickType keyboard, which brings predictive text to the Apple camp for the first time, which catches up with Android. And it's context sensitive and personalised, learning how you speak to various friends and colleagues and adjusting its suggestions accordingly. So for instance, it will give you different options if you're applying to work colleagues than it would for your family or other halves. And just like OS 10.10 Yosemite, Notification Center is now open to third-party widgets, meaning that you can respond to notifications as you get them, so you can see Twitter, Facebook and even eBay bids without ever leaving Notification Center. And Apple's various messaging apps are also getting new smarts. In Mail, you'll now be able to swipe emails to flag them, mark them or delete them. And within the Messages app, it'll be possible to share your location within iMessages or add a short speech note to your conversations via the Tap to Talk function. You'll also be able to set a Do Not Disturb option, useful if you're on a particularly active thread that you don't want to leave. And finding contacts is also much simpler. All you have to do now is double tap the home button, which will bring up the most recently accessed contacts as well as the most recently opened apps. And within that view, you'll be able to tap on the contacts and text, mail or FaceTime them, all without opening the apps themselves. The most impressive feature is when you combine iOS 8 with your Mac running 10.10 Yosemite, where you can receive calls on your iPhone and be able to pick them up on your Mac, using your phone's connection but your Mac's mic and speakers. Alternatively, if you see a number on a web page, you'll be able to call it from your Mac, again using your phone's connection. And iOS 8 is getting healthy with their Health app. And rather than monitoring your fitness itself, Apple seemingly decided to let other people do it. So HealthKit will gather data from all of your third-party health apps and fitness trackers, combining it all and presenting the results in the Health app. The likes of Nike are already on board and would expect many more to follow. And Apple's iCloud has been around for a while now, but it's getting a major update with iOS 8 to make it more like Dropbox and Google Drive. The new service will be called iCloud Drive, and it will make it possible to save documents to the cloud and share them on other devices. Documents of different types will be saved within their own folders, so for example, one for Pages, one for Numbers and one for Keynote. And it will work on Windows as well as Macs and iOS devices. But overall, iOS 8 is a decent improvement, but nothing has radically changed. To get the best out of it, you really need to team it up with a Mac, which many users may not want to do. And we feel we'll see the best of iOS 8 as soon as the new hardware is announced.